Hello everyone, welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and Coffee Stream episode 479. And it shouldn't be happening today because it's Tuesday, but it is! I had an appointment to take the oldest to yesterday, and it happened to fall right after the stream would have been over, and I had to make him lunch and make sure he was ready to go, so there was no way I was going to be able to stream yesterday. So I figured instead of not having Monday's stream at all, why not have it today and then do a coffee stream with Skep tomorrow? So that's what we're doing. So I hope everyone had a pleasant weekend and Monday, and I hope you guys are having a good day today and are ready to have a good stream with me today. So it's gonna be we're gonna have a good day. We've got some articles to read that I've kind of accumulated over the past couple of days, and that's why I said I titled the stream "Playing Catch Up" because that's pretty much what we're doing today. And so I figured that we would just hang out and just catch up, read some articles, have some laughs, as we always do. And oh shit, I forgot my extra light, my ring light. Well, we'll just have to deal with my overhead light today, and I'll bring the ring light down tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow's gonna be Wednesdays with Skep because last week was Canadian Wednesday. And let's see here. Where are we? What shall we start with? What article shall we begin with, I wonder? We'll have to jump in and see. Where are we here? Let's see. And I know I hope people come in because people would probably are like, Tuesday, what's going on? Blind Press is streaming. Let's see here. Let's get the... Oh, where are we here? There we go. Direct messages. Okay. Where are we going here? Come on. Go faster, you stupid machine. There we go. Alright. Come on. There we go. Jesus Christ. Okay. So, what do we have here? Oh, this will be interesting. Yeah, let's start with this. So, a few years back, I think it was around Christmas when it happened. Was it Christmas or the summer? I can't remember. I know it was a couple of years back, a very prominent couple in Canada were murdered in their home. And this article seems to have an update for us. So we're going to take a look at this article here. Okay, have you opened and loaded? Okay, let's get the screen shared. StreamYard. Back over there. Okay. Now let's get to the share button. Come on. Catch up. Good Lord. I want to be able to move when I push the keys. Okay, here we go. Chrome tab. All right. Okay. So, this is from the Toronto Sun. Where are we? Headline. Oh, headline. There it is. Where are we? Come on, stupid pop-up. Is this the close button? Yes, it is. Yay! Where are we? Sorry guys, I'm trying to find the headline. So video of released of suspect in Barry and Honey Sherman murder. The video shows the individual walking with an unusual gait in his right leg. Okay, so he was limping, I guess, or maybe dragging his leg. So this is published today. So this is a fresh article here. And this is a screen grab from the video that heads the picture. So this says, Toronto police are asking for the public's help to identify a suspect in the murders of billionaire philanthropists Barry and Honey Sherman. Yeah, they were a very prominent couple here in Canada. And they were murdered, I believe, in 2018 or 2017. I can't remember the year. Where were we? Deputy Sergeant Brandon Price says police have not been able to rule out one individual who was captured on surveillance video around the time of the murders on the evening of December 13th, 2017. Haha, I was right. And it was December. So yeah, it was December 13th. So it was very close to Christmas when these two were killed. Let's see here. The founder of the generic pharmaceutical company Apotex and his wife were killed inside their Toronto home. Investigators have said autopsy results showed the pair died by ligature neck compression. God damn! So their necks were broken. Good morning, Seamus. Glad to see you're here. Police have also said there were no signs of a break-in. Okay, so they either knew the person, they either knew their killer, or the killer managed to get past their security without showing it, which means they had access to the codes and a key to the house if there was no sign of break-in. So either the killer was known, or the killer would have to be known for them to have the codes and the keys anyways. So yeah. Price says the individual walks into the area of the Sherman house, which isn't captured by the video, and stays there a while before leaving. Okay. So I guess the surveillance video that was captured is from an outside area, either maybe a gate that is on the Sherman property, or maybe surrounding cameras, in the area. I'm not sure. Quote, we have been unable to determine what the individual's purpose was in the neighborhood, Price said. This Individuals' actions are highly suspicious. Late last year, investigators said a person of interest had been identified in the case, but so far, no arrests have been announced. The family offered a reward of up to $10 million for information that would help solve the case that made international headlines. So, this video, if they can figure out who this person is, this could be what sets forth the next stage of the investigation. So let's hope that this is a good find. If they can use this video and determine who this is, this is good. So let's hope that somebody can help the police identify who this person is, and that we can get a solution to this case. So what's the next article here? Oh, this should be interesting. Let's see what the language police have to tell us about how to prevent domestic homicide. So this is an article from the CBC. Let's I hope it's a good article and not ridiculous. But these are the same people that tried to tell us what words we could say. So yeah. Let's get this shared. Do. Oh, I'm already on StreamYard. Well then, let's get this shared. Okay, share screen. Chrome tab. And this one. So let's see what the CBC has to tell us about how to prevent domestic homicide. Before things turn deadly, what can be done to prevent domestic homicide? Well, let's see. Let's see what the CBC has to say. This was posted on December 13th, so yesterday. And this is a picture of the heading. Let's see here. The living room is dark orange and smells like vanilla from the candle flickering on the table. On the couch, a teenage girl and a bespectacled 10-year-old boy play with a big ginger cat named Wrangler. It looks like an ordinary Saturday afternoon at Grandma's house, but for them, this has become home. This is interesting the way they're starting this. The mother is in the room. She laughs from framed photographs, sticking her tongue out with her arms around a friend, cheek to cheek, with one of the babies she would never see grow into adults. Well then. Physically, Nicole Clifford is also present. Her ashes are in a wooden box engraved with gold on a table beside the couch. Clifford's spirit is captured with the living room photographs. The 31-year-old mother of two was killed on February 27th, 2017 in Wainwright, Alberta. She is one of hundreds killed in this country overwhelmingly at the hands of men. Over the last 5 years, where the accused is someone the victim once trusted or loved. In this case, the man charged in her death was her husband and the father of her children. Oh, are they going to try and say that only men are domestically abusive? Is this where this is going? Is this really where this is going to go? CBC? Are we really going to go there? I really hope not, because that would be unfortunate. Such deaths are harder to process, says Clifford's mother, Delilah McKeith, not only because all of the ifs, ands, and should haves that torment friends and families for years, but because of the possibility that most of them could have been prevented. Well, yes, but I'm really hoping. This article sounds like it correlates to the article that I sent you last week, talking about the 1 word away from domestic violence or something like that. Okay. CBC News gathered the details of close to 400 such cases in order to investigate what can be done. Only 400 okay. We spoke with those who had lost loved ones, as well as experts in the field, to ask what they think they could to ask what they think could prevent others from experiencing such trauma in the future. Here is what they had to say. Oh God. This is gonna be bad. I have a feeling this is gonna be bad. Warning signs not heeded. There were warning signs in Clifford's case. Her mother, Delilah, holds out a list of them, written in black ballpoint on a piece of lined paper. Stalking, withholding money, and a vehicle for work, isolation from family and friends, well-known hallmarks of abuse and control. Okay, are we victim blaming now? Are we victim blaming? Like warning signs not heeded. Are we victim blaming? Hey, does anyone have work for me? I want to get the fudge out of this country. Warning signs. That's it. It does correlate with this article that confirms it. Yeah, this really feels like they're going. All men are domestically violent. They're the only ones responsible, and also it's the victim's fault because they're not heeding the warning signs. Okay. When Cliffords eventually did leave a month before she was killed, her husband's behavior escalated to the point that it warranted criminal charges. Yeah. He broke into her home multiple times, on one occasion hiding under a bed. Police also laid criminal harassment charges, which were later dropped. Well, that's a failure on their part. Or unless because she was too scared to follow through with them. This is bad, CBC. She wanted to take care of it herself. Yeah, because that's what happens when you're abused and beaten down. Delilah McKeith talks about watching her daughter's personality disappear and the guilt that she feels for not doing more. Well, there's nothing you could have done. Nicole applied for and received a restraining order that was supposed to keep him away from her. He was arrested and convicted of breaching that order and then released. See, that's the criminal justice system's fault. Like, why are you wording, like, why was that heading, the warning signs not heeded? Why was that heading worded, like, it should have been criminal justice system woefully negligent on domestic violence cases, because they are on both sides. Like when the men are doing it, this is what happens. They get released, like they get arrested and released. When women do it to men, and the men report it, which is far less likely to happen than a woman reporting it, and when they do report it, they get laughed at. Like, the criminal justice system fails domestic violence victims spectacularly for either gender. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. One of my exes tried to murder me with bleach, then called the cops and went to jail, and then blamed me for going to jail. Yeah, I'm with Pink Hollow. That sounds about right. Wait, you still talk to that psycho? That's insane. Why would you still talk to that psycho? That's that's just inviting more psycho behavior. Several days later, police found Clifford stabbed to death in her home. Closer monitoring of those accused. That that should that should have been the headline of the last part. CBC. Why are we victim blaming? Delilah McKeith believes police should do more regular wellness checks on people like her daughter who report threats, harassment, or controlling behavior to them, especially if that person has recently left or is planning to leave the relationship. Well, yeah, like I said, the criminal justice system fails them spectacularly. Turk says, yeah, my heart is full of forgiveness and kindness. No, that's not, no, you don't, there's a difference in forgiving and inviting more bad behavior. I had to learn to stop being so forgiving too, Turk. Like, it took me, and I still forgive too easily. Ask Pink Hollow. Ask Pink Hollow how easily I still forgive. But there comes a point in time where even I'm like, no, fuck you, I'm done with you. And it's usually, the sad part is, it's usually not because of anything that's been done to me. It's because of something that's been done to somebody that I love, that I just can't abide, because the person that I love is hurting too much. I'm more like, wait, you just got a message deleted, honey? Now go fuck yourself, YouTube. There is nothing offensive in that message. What did you try to say? Oh, you can't tell me. Police should also take anyone in any danger to a safe location, she added. But where would that be, and how would that's a bit harder to do. She believes when abusers breach conditions, bail should be high enough to keep them in custody where they should have access to programs aimed at accountability and de-escalation. I agree. In fact, I would not say bail should be set at all. I believe that if abusers breach conditions, bail should be revoked and you should be remanded and have to attend programming that teaches you how to manage your anger and like get counseling to figure out why you are so abusive and so quick to abuse. Oh. Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Freaking psycho bitch. So yeah, that's uh yeah. So this article keeps going on and on and on and on. It goes it's basically the same it keeps going on. This article is pretty long. It's basically repeating itself with a different case. But yeah, the criminal justice system and the police are not trained properly in dealing with domestic violence. Like they need to better training in after like checking up on things. And the criminal justice system needs to be able to protect abuse victims from their abusers better. And the CBC should be ashamed of itself for trying to spin it to make it seem like it's just men that are abusive, because there are lots of abusive women, and it's not just women that are abusive to men. Like lesbian relationships are in like have some of the highest domestic violence rates. It's crazy um how abusive some of the lesbian relationships can be. I know, I was in one. So, honey, there are like no articles here other than those ones that you sent me that I have not read already. Let's see. Or maybe there are. Did I read this one? Yep, I read that one. Shit. All right, let's see if there's anything in Discord. Let's see here. Um First let's see what headlines are up here. Google News for you. What do we have here? CTV Edmonton. Oh, that's boring. Read that. COVID-19 Omicron variant, blah, blah, blah. What the Bank of Canada's new interest rate mandate means for consumers. That could be something. Pfizer vaccine protects 70% against hospitalization from Omicron. How can you determine that so quickly? That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. That's just you can't determine that so quickly. More than 5,200. Oh, new COVID-19 vaccination appointments. Okay. Man, there's like nothing good in the headlines. It's all like lots of people are getting appointments for vaccination for their booster doses and their kids. It's like, okay, I don't care. Tell me about something that's newsworthy, please. Okay. Gunfox, what have you got for me here? What has what has my dear friend Gunfox got for me here? I screwed up. Where are we here? December 12th. This is okay. Oh God. Where are we? Sorry, guys. This is what happens when I do a stream on a day I'm not supposed to stream. I'm all discombobulated and shit. Okay. No, don't. Oh my fucking God. This is blind press fighting with her technology. I'm sure that's what you all came to see, right? 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 Wait, what? Denmark Prime Minister arrested? Let's look that up. Fuck the thing I just found. We'll read that in a minute. Oop. Ah! Spell properly, you moron. Okay, let's find out what this is about. Okay, I found something from 5 days ago, but it has nothing to do with her being arrested. I mean, it looks interesting. I wonder if I can read it. It's from the New York Times. I might get paywalled. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, I'll look that up in a minute, but I want to see if this is going to paywall me because this is actually interesting. She kind of made an oopsie too, so I want to see if I'm going to get paywalled here. Yeah, I'm going to get paywalled. Damn it. That sucks, because that was a good one. Let me see if I can find a different version of that article, because I think we should read that one, because the Danish Prime Minister kind of really screwed up. Like, really badly. So I want to read you guys this. Let's see if I can find a different article that's not the New York Times. Because they wanted to paywall me. Is this New York Times? Oh, I'm not on Discord. Oh, Reuters works. Reuters will work. I've got one. I've got it here. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna bring back Friday guest day in the new year though. I'm gonna so Colin Day is I'm bringing back Colin on the 500th day for the 500th stream, and then I'm gonna do Friday guest day. Probably not every week because that was I was getting kind of stressed out about finding a guest every week, but I will probably do one like every other week or something. Um, and there's a bunch of people that I want to get to as well. So it'll be good. All right. And then I'll look up the immigration minister thing. Okay. Let's see here. It was busy. Danish PM decides mink cull oversight. Oh. Well then. So this is her picture. This is, like I said, this was posted 5 days ago. It is a Reuters uh thing. So this is Copenhagen, December 9th, Reuters. Where are we? So, Copenhagen, December 9th. Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen on Thursday defended her government's decision to cull all mink in Denmark last year, despite lacking the legal basis to do so, and said the oversight happened because, quote, it was busy. Okie dokie. In efforts to forestall a variant of the in efforts to forestall a spread of a mutated variant of the coronavirus, the government ordered about 17 million mink culled, devastating an industry recognized in the fashion industry around the world for its high-quality furs. Whoops. Whoopsie. Well done, Miss Fredrickson. Quote, we were unfortunately forced to make a decision a year ago about the culling of all mink, Fredrickson told reporters before entering the court before the commission is sitting. Quote, it was the right decision and now I will go in and answer the questions. Well then. Hello, Costin. So she decimated the mink population of the country, which not only hurts the fashion industry but probably hurts the ecosystem. Because like there were probably regulations on how many mink you could kill for the fashion industry and how many that you needed to leave alive to breed. Protests erupted outside the court, with some people carrying placards carrying, quote, or reading, quote, why is Meta lying? And, quote, who controls Meta? Police apprehended 2 people. Let's see here. Let's see. While Danes broadly approved of Fredrickson's initial handling of the pandemic, the government was thrown into political turmoil when it emerged that there had been no legal basis to order the cull of healthy mink. Healthy mink, even. She didn't even go after any of the sick mink. She just was like, kill them all! Hey, TOS. Oh my god. Wow, lady. Well done. Just well done. The incident eventually led to the exit of the agricultural minister, and Parliament commissioned an inquiry into whether the ministers, including Fredrickson, had known that the legal framework was absent. Well, shouldn't they? They're, kind of in charge of the government. Fredrickson sat for more than 5 hours in front of a judge and legal experts in the Copenhagen courthouse, saying she was unaware back then that the government was lacking a legal basis to order the move. Oh my god, how could you not know that? Shouldn't you have done, some research into this? Jesus Christ, lady. Holy... quote, the only right way would be that the government is told up front whether there is a legal basis or not to make the decision, Fredrickson said. Oh, so you have to be told. You can't bother to have your clerk, do some looking into the laws for you? Good lord, woman. Quote, that did not happen that day. There is no explanation other than it was busy, she said, adding that she did not blame anyone. Well, she's blaming people for not telling the government right away. And she's also going, oh, I was too busy. It was just busy. Jesus. Well done, lady. The commission is due to finish its investigation in April. Fredrickson has apologized publicly but maintains the decision was sound and based on an assessment on health authorities. The health authorities told you to kill all the mink in the country to stop the coronavirus? Really? The government gained support from Parliament to legally call the cult, or to call a few a few weeks after it admitted it lacked the legal framework. I have made many difficult decisions during the corona epidemic. This was one of the most difficult, Fredericton said during the questioning. It doesn't seem like it. It seems like you were like, I get to order the killing of a whole bunch of animals? This is great. This is just awesome. Like, Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, she did. She absolutely devastated the ecosystem. Yeah. Pincala says, considering that the mink is a ferret and they eat all the small animals like mice and rodents and shit, yeah, I guarantee you she devastated the ecosystem. They are a native species, not an invasive species. Yeah. No, mink are not crap animals. Mink are great. They do great things for their ecosystem. They're like that was a really bad thing for her to do. All right, let's see what the foreign. Let's see. Was it the immigration minister or was it the foreign affairs minister, honey? And it was the Danish one, right? Former Danish. Well, they do make nice furs, but now that industry in Denmark is also shot because of her. So yeah, honey, was it the foreign affairs minister or the immigration minister? Former Danish immigration minister arrested. Let's see here. Was I right about it? Oh, yep. This is from a day ago. Should we do Bloomberg, Financial Times? More news. Where are we? Which shall we do? Where are we? I messed up. I need to go back. Oops. Okay, here we go. We're gonna just go with the Bloomberg or the Financial Times, because it's right there. If it was foxes or cats, I'd be far more angry. Those things are cute. Hey man, I like the ermine type family, like and ferrets and stuff like that. Ferrets are great. If they weren't so expensive and they didn't get sick so easily, I would want ferrets. But the fact is that ferrets are super expensive. Um, they are social animals, so you need to have more than one. They need to have big cages, lots of toys, lots of exercise. Um, and like I said, they get really sick really easily, and their vet bills are stupidly expensive. So yeah, ferrets, while they are amazing animals, are very expensive. It's bad enough I piss Pincalo off all the time because I talk about how I want a parrot eventually. And I don't want one of the parrots that live like 80 years. I don't want the African parrots. I want like a freaking Amazon parrot. They live about 40 years. I want the parrot. I want to get a parrot that will like grow old with me and like die around the same time as I do. I want a parrot that lives like 35 to 40 years. But I think that's going to have to be a thing that happens when the kids grow up. Raccoons I can deal with. Raccoons I can deal with as long as they're not in a Canadian cartoon. All right. So this article says Denmark's former immigration minister sentenced to jail term by impeachment court. So this is from the Financial Times. Where are we here? I want to get to the main article of the body, or the main body of the article. Yes, I want to get to the main article of the body. You are not of the body. I don't want fucking updates. Okay. A former Danish minister who was responsible for some of the Scandinavian country's toughest policies on immigration has been sentenced to 60 days in jail by an impeachment court. Ooh, a whole 60 days. Inger Stajberg, immigration minister from 2015 until 2019 in the country's previous center-right government, was on Monday found guilty of breaching her duties by illegally separating refugee couples in asylum centers, just one of a series of hardline measures she announced. Why would you separate couples in asylum center? If they're seeking asylum, like a safety, they're not a danger to you. So why are you separating them? Don't forget, female ferrets will die when they go into heat. Yeah. If you want a bird, get a red-tailed hawk. Those things are bitchin'. Don't get a Norwegian blue. They arrive pre-dead. But they have lovely plumage. Immediately talks about owning a parrot, which costs twice as much as a ferret. Yes, but you only need one ferret or one parrot. You don't need to have more than one parrot. Especially depending on the parrot, and some of the parrots that I want are under $1,000. The amount of stuff you have to, anyway, it doesn't matter. Who would win in a fight? A ferret or a parrot? Ooh. Ferret in a second, yeah. Yeah, because the parrot just has its beak. Well, I guess in its wings too, but the ferret's got those like teeth and those claws, and the fact that a ferret can like turn itself into a pretzel, quite literally. Like anyone who's owned a ferret will know about ferret bowling. They fucking love it. It's so funny. You literally roll the ferret up into a little ball, and you slide it across the floor. Like you sit on the floor with a friend, and you slide the ferret back and forth between you, and they fucking love it. They like run around, and it's hilarious. Like parrots are wicked smart. Ferrets, uh, ferrets will rip apart hairs and scones. Yep. Where are we? Stojberg, who is being quoted by the nationalist Danish People's Party as a possible, or courted by the nationalist Danish People's Party as a possible future leader, became infamous internationally when she marked the introduction of her 50th restrictive immigration measure with a celebratory cake. Okay, that's a bit of a dick move. Parrots can drop stuff. That's true. Parrots can they can drop stuff, they can dive bomb. That's very true. Let's see. She was behind a law that allows police to strip refugees of jewelry and cash, as well as tightening reunification rules and falsely claiming that a Danish kindergartner had banned that a Danish kindergarten, had banned children from having pork products in their lunch boxes. Wow, so she's a race baiter. Okay. Parrots can't be used to run. Parrots cannot be used to run cables in aircraft and down conduits. Ferrets can. Also true. Her impeachment trial in the first in Denmark for 30 years, was set on the forced separation of teenage refugee couples in asylum centers, which was later ruled to be unlawful despite Stojberg arguing that she was trying to protect girls from forced marriages. In total, 18 couples were forcibly separated, with at least 3 cases ruled to be illegal by the impeachment court. Yes, because this is Pincalo and I have this conversation a lot. In different cultures, people children are considered adults at different times, right? Like in Mexico, for example, when you have there is so many times when you have your quinceañera, your 15th birthday party, is also a wedding, right? Like in Middle Eastern countries is another example. Marriage happens young. There's different cultures do things in different ways. Let's see here. Um, Danish values lost today, not just me, said a visibly shocked Stojberg on Monday after the judgment. I take my punishment and I do it holding my head high, she added. One of the most controversial politicians in Denmark, Stajberg resigned from the Liberal Party in February after falling out with the party's leadership and now sits in parliament as an independent. The DPP is trying to woo Stajberg to become its next leader and arrest its decline in wait its decline in the ruling center left Social Democrats became significantly more anti-immigration through anti-ghetto laws and becoming the first European government to deem Syria safe enough to return refugees. Jesus Christ! The immigration debate has become increasingly bitter on both sides of the political spectrum in Denmark in the 2 decades since the DPP first backed a center-right government in Copenhagen. Morten Messerschmidt, deputy chairman of the DPP, who was in August given a 6-month prison sentence for misusing EU funds, wow, which he is appealing again, said he was shaken by the verdict, but he added that he did not think Parliament should strip Stajberg of her right to sit as an independent MP, something that could complicate any attempt to make her leader of the DPP. That's what the hell is going on in Denmark? Seriously. If it's legal to marry an 8-year-old where you're from, stay there. Oh yeah, no, but if you're like a 16-year-old, right, and you're married to another 16-year-old and you go to a country as a refugee and they separate you two, I don't think that's right. If you're like between 16 and 18, right, and even 15, honestly, because like I said, in some cultures, like, but if you're I would say under the age of 15 years old, then that's when the government probably has a right to step in and be like, okay, no. Something is rotten in the state of Denmark. Agreed. If you know the age of consent in your country as an adult, you either have an issue or a child. Yep. My girlfriend is 20 years older than me and it's great. No, her name was Stajberg. The chairman's name was Messerschmidt. Or Messerschmidt, or whatever, how you pronounce it. The verdict is final and cannot be appealed, but now Parliament will decide whether Stajberg is unworthy to sit as an MP, a fate only accorded 4 times previously in Denmark. Oh shit. Wow. That's interesting. Wow. Well, her fate rests in their hands, I guess. Well, my friends, that brings us to the end of today's show. Thank you for joining me. I do hope you enjoyed yourselves. And remember to join me on Twitch tonight. I'm hoping that I can go live a bit earlier because it's going to be Wednesdays with Skep tomorrow. I want to at least try to make an appearance on Minions. So I'd like to hopefully go live as close to 10 o'clock as I can on Twitch, go till about 11:30, and then hop over to Minions for a bit. That's my plan. Whether or not that follows through, we will see. So join me on Twitch tonight, and I'll see you guys back here tomorrow with Skep Talk for Wednesdays with Skep. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday. Yes, it is Tuesday. Your Tuesday. And I will see you guys on Twitch. Bye.